Hello people, this is Ridhima here and welcome back to my YouTube channel Gaining Grades. So guys, as we all know, we are learning the series of basics of accounting and I already uploaded my first part video, so you can go and check the video. So in this second part video of basics of accounting series, we are going to learn the topic characteristics of accounting. So guys, without wasting any time, let's start the video and focus on the video. So as you can see here, I have mentioned some characteristics of accounting. I will explain you one by one all the characteristics of accounting. So first point is accounting is an art as well as science. Accounting is an art of recording, classifying, summarizing and interpreting the business transaction of an organization, which means accounting has some art of recording those transactions, those business transactions. It has some proper way or proper format for recording the transaction and summarizing it and analyzing it. So that is why some way it is also called as accounting is an art. Moving to the second point, accounting is as well as science. Accounting is science because as we all know, science has some specific and static rules and principles. So we cannot change those principles. In the same way, accounting also has some specific and static rules and principles. By following these principles, we record the transactions in accounting and we do all the process of accounting. So that is why it is called as an art also, and it is called as a science also. So the another characteristics is accounting records only financial transaction, which means we can only record those transactions which relates to the financial position of the business organization, like the transaction of sales, purchases. If a company changes his employee or a manager, so we cannot record those transactions. We can only record the transaction which relates to the financial status of the company or enterprises. So the third characteristic is accounting records the transaction after measuring it in a monetary terms. So accounting records the transaction in monetary terms means we can only record those transactions which has been measured in money terms. Firstly, we need to identify the transaction, and after identification of the transaction, we need to measure it in monetary terms. Then we can only record the transaction. For example, there is a shopkeeper of utensils. If he regularly sells utensils in his shop, so he will record those transactions definitely in a diary or a copy or in something else. So he will identify the transaction that he sold out the utensils and he will measure it, that he sold out the utensils for 50,000 rupees in a month or for 10,000 rupees in a week. So then after measuring it, then he can record the transaction. So in the same way, business organization also in accounting, we will identify the transaction, then we will measure it in monetary terms, then we can record the transaction. So the next characteristic is classifying into ledger. Classifying into ledger means we need to classify all the transactions in their particular account. Like we make some sales account, cash account, purchase account, whatever assets is there on the business organization. So we make a assets account all as well as like machinery account, furniture account. So first of all, we have to classify all the transaction in their particular account. Like we make journal entry, after making the journal entry, we make a ledger account. After making the ledger account, we make a trading and PL account, then balance sheet. The next characteristics of accounting is summarization. In summarization, we need to make a summary of all the business transaction. Like we need to record all those transactions in a short form or in a summary. Like we make a ledger account, then we make a trading and profit and loss account for finding out the profit and loss of the business organization. Then we make a balance sheet. So there is a kind of summary. So we need to record the transaction in a short form. This is called as a summarization. And the next characteristic is interpretation. Interpretation means analyzation. We need to analyze all the business transaction. We need to check whatever changes has been done in the business organization, like all the changes in financial status or financial position of the business organization. We need to analyze those transaction. After analyzing it, we can find out the profit and loss of the business organization. And the next is communication. Communication means we need to communicate all the business transaction, all the business records, all the economic information of the business organization to its user. As I already made you understand on my previous video, you can check it out. So you will be definitely understanding those concepts. So the last one is accounting helps in determining the profit and loss of the business organization. As I already said, we need to first classify the transaction. After classifying, we summarize it. After summarization, we analyze it, and after analyzing it, we get the profit and loss of the business organization. That whatever profit business organization has been gained or whatever loss it has been made, we will know after analyzing it. So it also helps in determining the profit and loss of the organization. So these are the main characteristics of accounting. I hope you understood the whole characteristics of accounting, but if you have any doubts or any queries regarding this, so you can text me on the comment section. And if you like the content, so you can tap to the black thumb and make it blue, and also subscribe to the channel. And yes, do not forget to hit the bell icon so that you can get notified whenever I upload my videos. So soon we will meet on my next video lecture session. Till the time, keep gaining grades.